2-2 weekend over in California. Just start us off by giving me your overall thoughts on how you thought the tournament went for you guys.
I thought we could have done better. Some of the games that 2-2 was good. I thought we competed well against CSUN, and we did some good things against Concordia. Those two are the two teams that I knew were going to be a super big challenge. I don't think we stepped up and played as good against Vanguard and the Masters. They were both better teams than I was expecting, and they challenged us, and we didn't step up to the challenge against those as best as I thought we could. And then we, against Concordia, I thought we had a better chance to maybe go 2-3 with them as well, or beat them 3-2. And we're just lacking a little bit of consistency. We make a lot of errors in big runs, and giving the other teams a lot bigger advantage at that point, and we got to narrow that down. And if we narrow that down, we're going to win some more. We're going to win some games.
And you talk about that consistent level of play. Obviously, this has been a wide array of opponents that that the Javelinas have faced. You go east to Louisiana, you take on a lot of schools there. Then you head west, maybe you face a different style. What is it like playing so many different teams who might have so many different contrasting styles from each other?
That's the thing, is you're hoping your team can work through those. And I think that's sometimes what we have against some of the smaller teams, or the D3 schools that maybe they don't have the height like we have, or the athleticism. They play a different style of game than we do, and we got to try to adjust our game. We're hoping that they have to adjust our game, which would make it easier for us, but sometimes we have to make a couple adjustments too, and it's good for us right now, because I think when we get to the small college, when we're going to see a few different we're going to see some different styles of play, and we got to be ready for every single one of them. And I think sometimes it takes us too long to figure it out before we make some adjustments ourselves.
Right. And looking ahead to this weekend, you face kind of the biggest bevy of Division I schools you'll face all season. It is, new opponent in Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I almost said Texas A&M Kingsville, but we're playing ourselves. You'll face them. And then rematch against Sam Houston, Stephen F. Austin, and Tarleton. So kind of, let me pick your brain here a little bit on kind of what is your kind of approach, or maybe what is your hope going into this weekend for your team of facing off against the most Division I teams you faced in the tournament thus far?
Yeah, and we're looking at, again, it's going to be 4 tough teams. Yeah, we beat Tarleton twice. They've made some adjustments in their lineup. Is it better for them? Probably. Sam Houston's probably being their first year. They're just getting better every week. So again, we don't know what we played them 2 or 3 weeks ago to what we're playing now is going to be a totally different team. And we're going to have some adjustments to make as well, because we have some injuries, and we have, so we have people step up, and our lineup could be totally different going into those. And now it becomes more even, I think. And we haven't played Corpus yet this year, but Corpus from the last 2-3 years have been the top team in the Southland Conference, and you're going to have to play hard against them. And being 45 minutes away or whatever, it's kind of a rival. Even though they're Division I, we're Division II. When we're not in a conference, they're in a conference. It's still that battle of the Texas A&Ms. And so we play pretty good against them. They play pretty good against us. And, then it's just who makes the least amount of errors. Against the other teams, I think an advantage for us is it's supposed to be windy this weekend. And I don't know, I'm sure everyone has a little bit of wind and all that, but are they going to have the wind that's supposed to be this week here? I know tomorrow we're supposed to have 40-mile-an-hour gusts or something like that. This weekend, I think it seems like it's going to be 20 to 30 miles an hour. So does that give us an advantage? Hopefully, because at that point, we've practiced in the wind a little more than maybe some of the rest of the teams. So maybe that's an advantage that we can use against these teams as well.
So kind of wrap it up, final question here. Obviously, coined the term beach volleyball. It's mostly played on course, but I've heard in Corpus Christi it is literally played on the beach. Kind of what are your kind of just like overall thoughts about like kind of really going back to the, I guess, the root of beach volleyball, playing on the beach? Does it present any challenges? Is it just kind of like this overall excitement? Kind of what's your feeling?
Well, it's different. It's not like, you're not playing on campus. You are playing on a beach. There's people that don't know anything about beach volleyball walking around. They're kind of paying attention, like, what's going on over here? It's always different when you're playing on the beach, and the sand's a little different. Sometimes it's a little more coarse than what we have that we have brought in to put on the courts on campuses and stuff like that. So it's always a challenge. And usually playing on the golf right there's always wind. Maybe not in the morning. Sometimes in the morning, the 8 o'clock game, there's not hardly any wind, but you hit that 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's always a little breeze coming off the Gulf, and how do you adjust? And it's a new challenge, and hopefully our girls are up for that challenge, and we'll see what we do this weekend.
Awesome, appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.